everybody. I'm Angela St. Julien, and I'm coming to you from NamesCon 2016. And I'm sitting here with Theo and Konstantinos. You guys say hi to everyone.
Hi.
So hey, we'll start with you, Theo. Why don't you tell everyone who you are and what you do in the domain space?
All right. Well, I invest in domain names. I do graphics and web development, branding, and at the same time I produce a popular domain industry magazine, or publication rather, called DomainGang.
I'm a domain name investor, and I'm also running a blog about domain name news and at OnlineDomain.com. And I also have a website that reports all the new gTLD sales at Sold.Domains.
So do you guys discuss the new Gs at all in your publications?
I do.
You do?
Quite a bit.
Yeah? Do you have a favorite? Or do you like them at all? I should start there. If you...
I like the best of each extension, the best domain names that fit the right, left and right combinations. I don't really have a single favorite. Like many people say that .web is gonna be their favorite, but I don't really agree.
So it's more about what the phrase or word or brand is combined, whether you like it or not, in this case.
I even like .cards, for example.
Yeah.
If it's credit .cards, it's great. I would prefer it over, let's say, credit cards.web.
Okay. All right. What about you, Theo?
I think the same way. It's keyword plus gTLD has to have a combined meaning for me to register or invest in, with a few exceptions. You can chase a few keywords and test the market for, let's say, that link or that click, maybe even XYZ, but I don't have any of those.
Yeah. So you don't have any of the ones you just mentioned. Do you have any new Gs at all?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I invested in the early group of releases such as photo, technology. You have to diversify in your choices. Currently, I'm just pausing my acquisitions. I have probably roughly 250 domains in the gTLD space.
Awesome. Wow. What about you?
I think I own about 600 of them. I have been buying them for a year and a half now. I bought a lot in the summer during the collisions. I haven't been buying much in the past 3 or 4 months, but I think it's because there are a lot of extensions coming out lately. It's maybe one per week or every 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's more to come.
They have slowed down.
Well, you know what? The reason why I asked that is because yesterday during the auction, it seemed like the new Gs really kind of stole the show. What do you think? They did seem to do fairly well with sales.
They did well. I think they had a lot of new gTLDs in the auction.
Yeah.
It was most of them were provided by the registries.
And what about you? What do you think?
I'm on the, I think that the general agreement is .com, is king, and there's nothing's going to change that part. But the end users definitely go for a variety of gTLDs just for the practicality and the availability. Once this message goes through, eventually it's going to take a few years eventually, but this is where we're heading to.
Okay. So did you guys notice the numeric and short domains that sold yesterday? Anything pop out at you in particular that you were surprised about?
I was mostly surprised about 88.xyz that sold for 70K. Because I think 8.xyz was sold for about 80K a few months back, and I didn't expect it to go that high.
Well, it just seems like the Chinese market is probably driving things for the time being. Do you guys think that we'll see anything like what's been going on lately coming out of any other countries?
Well, there's reasons why the Chinese have this cultural, let's say, affiliation to numbers. There's a whole exchange of, almost like an index of what certain number combinations mean. It's the sound of the number, the word for the number, and combined they make little expressions. In other languages, I don't think there's something that matches this kind of connection numbers to, meanings. So this is real. It's not an artificial analogy.
So let's talk about NamePros a little bit. You guys, do either of you use the platform, the forum?
Yeah, I've been using it for years. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I'm a member since, I don't know how many years. I don't
A
even
long
remember.
time, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. What do you use the forum?
NamePros, yeah. I think my account is from 2003.
Oh, wow.
Roughly at the same time that other forums showed up, and initially the community of domain investors was the same people just making multiple accounts, but I think NamePros these days has they built a community that is strong, and they use the brand as part of the next step forward.
Okay.
So there's a lot of sales. There's a lot of info being exchanged. Definitely lots of activity, and anything that could be controversial is also being discussed.
Yeah, absolutely. Right there. I mean, it's open for everyone.
It's very busy and very active. And
Right. That's what you want in a good
and
forum.
it has a lot of members.
Yeah.
And a lot of new members as well. New members coming to the domaining.
Yeah.
That's where they start off, I think.
You mentioned new members coming into the community, coming into domaining. If you were to be able to sit down and talk with any of them, what 2 pieces of advice, would you give them?
I would tell them just to.
Well, there's so many things.
I don't know. I think I would tell them to start with what they know, what they have been doing, what they have been studying, and start slow, actually. And can I say a third thing?
Go ahead.
And
You can only help them more. So go ahead.
read everything they can. They should read the blogs, the forums. They should read anything they can.
Yeah. Knowledge. Yeah. What about you, Theo?
The biggest piece of advice is to keep an open mind. There's so many ways to reach your goals. You can definitely keep an open mind to how others achieve what they have.
Okay, so you guys watched it right here at NamesCon 2006. Thank you, NamePros, for making sure that all of the community got an opportunity to get to know some more of our industry.